you're one of our haters who are out there watching.
I want to warn people about hypnoporn.
We need to stay meta.
Stop that.
Need new tires? Like what?
If Jim would shut up for a second.
Oh, high fidelity.
Okay, don't tell me to shut up.
I'm not whining.
I eat doggies. I eat doggies. Feels like a party.
Stop that.
It's a war. They have made it so that I cannot be celebrating July 4th.
I don't care. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend. I don't care. How do I think? That's what I think. I don't care.
This is 6 Degrees of Stew. You don't need to stay meta, but I'm glad you're here. Hey everybody, and welcome back to 6 Degrees of Stew. Last week, my friend Steph joined me on Twitch as we learned more about the ex-MAGA Granny and her harrowing life growing up with a serial killer mother. If you missed the live, no worries. Here you go. Enjoy. And as always, thank you for your continued support in all the things I do.
Can you hear me? Oh, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't have it on.
Okay, and you can hear me?
I can. Let me.
Okay.
Can you hear this? Let me test it before I. Can you hear that? Wait, hold on. Let me go over
Story.
here.
It says
Can you hear
earlier
that?
this month, a new North Korean propaganda looking
Yeah.
back on last year's
Okay,
worst
perfect.
ever hardships appeared to show their.
Now let me check.
I'm sorry I was so chatty on the phone.
Oh my gosh, you're fine. I think I just want to check my Twitch to see if we're live. I don't know if it started yet.
You really helped me. You helped me feel a little bit better about my memory because I've noticed that when I'm talking about the stuff that I study, my memory is. But I know it also works like that too.
I'm glad.
But
okay, we are live on Twitch, just so you know, just in case you would say something.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, so the other day when I was taking a shit, no, I'm just kidding. And I posted in Dave's Discord.
I did. I saw he saved it. He shared it, and so did was it Gary? I saw because they said that we and I will send people over to let me check my Blue Sky here real quick.
I don't know how Twitch really works. So.
Well, no, because I'm using my Riverside FM. It's pretty great because it automatically streams for me. And then I can record, it's recording too. So then I can post it like on Vimeo. I can share it other places. So it's already streaming for us on Twitch. So I didn't have to download anything special to do it because this is the software I use for my, podcasting.
I'm going to send an invite to my friend Jim because he worked with the FBI.
Okay.
And most of the stuff he did was actual, like he actually helped stop real child traffickers. But some of his stuff did intersect with some serial killer cases.
Oh, really?
I can't guarantee he'll show up, but he actually took part in the Carrie Stainer case.
Really? That's fascinating.
The brother of Stephen.
Yeah, I know my first name's Stephen.
Yeah,
I watched all that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was because Carrie Stainer specifically requested one last peek of some certain digital images before a confession. And they had to call Jim in, and Jim had to tell them, absolutely not. Under no circumstances, this would be breaking the law.
Exactly, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So before I forget, after we do this, don't let me forget to send everybody over to Media Wench for their stream over on Twitch.
That's
too.
Dave's. She's Dave's friend. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we don't.
You and I have to have a talk so you can help me figure some of this shit out a little bit better.
I will. No, we are live on Twitch too, so we are good. I don't know how to use Twitch that much, but I just want to make sure.
What's the Twitch address again? Sorry. Oh wait, no, I haven't in my DMs. Never mind. I'm stupid.
And the chat should just send it all over to here too if people can chat. It should all be over here for us too. But I'm looking, where is the chat over here? Oh, there, I opened the chat. There we go. So the chats from Twitch will come over here too so we can see it. And I will give everybody about a couple minutes before we start so we can just BS until people get here. Because I said 8 p.m. since we jumped in a little earlier. No, that's really great. Yeah. That's fascinating. I didn't realize that. I followed, I'm almost 50. Well, you're the same age as me. So I
Yeah.
remember the made for TV movie. I know my first name, Steven, right? Because it was on the garage and
Yeah.
everything, and he could remember painting that. So I had watched that, and what was his name? Parker Lewis. He had that TV show. He played him.
Yeah, he played Steven. And
Yeah.
and it's I when I wrote for that podcast, Even the Podcast is Afraid, I did a 2-part episode. I think Carrie Stainer was was it Yellowstone?
Yeah, it was Yellowstone. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I always get them mixed up. But he was, so I was doing an article on that. As I was researching it, I just got closer and closer to cutting my own wrists because the whole story was so sad. Like, there was not like, okay, yeah, Stephen got Timmy to safety, and there's a statue commemorating that. Timmy died young.
Oh,
Timmy fucking died in his 20s. So, hey, Raph. So, there is nothing happy about that story from start to end, and it just killed my will to live.
No, and I had obviously my master's in criminal. And that's how I kind of got into it. I was fascinated with serial killers to begin with and why people do what they do, right? And is this still muted over here? Yeah.
I get so jealous when people talk about their degrees because I never finished mine. Oh, anyway, go ahead.
So I was older. Like, I had already had the boys, and me and Tosh had our first kid in college. Anyways, and that's kind of why I got into it. And then whenever I saw that later that his brother became a serial killer, it was so fascinating. Like, was it like his brother getting all the attention? Did he always have it in him? Everything. Like, it's just, I don't, why?
And was it their father?
Yeah.
When Stephen came back, their father, instead of instantly getting him to a therapist, just kind of ignored that any of it had taken place. So, yeah.
There's so many different factors that it could be, it's I don't know. That's why I find it so fascinating. Not only serial killers, but just human behavior in general, like why people do what they do.
Yeah, and the thing that people need to understand, and this goes with serial killers and people like Jim Stewartson and Pam. I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. Yeah,
you're fine.
It's always, we can't understand the minds of these people. We can try our best to understand Jim. We try. I'm not saying Jim has the same brain as a serial killer. I'm saying that we have fairly normal minds.
Yeah.
And the normal mind cannot comprehend the abnormal mind. So you could sit there and go, why would Ted Bundy do that?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to make it. It's just like with the conspiracy theorists when you're like, hey, here's some evidence that goes against you. And they're like, blah, blah. Like in that article, I told a woman straight to her face, there were no planes on 9/11. There's no way to understand how people's brains work like that. There's no way.
There really isn't. Not at all. 2 more minutes, then we'll start. We'll start at 8:05 to give everybody a little bit of time. No, and that's like with QAnon, I can kind of see with my loved one I lost because she was her husband was very abusive, right? And they got a divorce, and I could see the trajectory for her.
That's a common factor for and you see it in Noelle's documentary too.
Yeah.
And it was part of my past. The conspiracy theories were always with me, but there was abuse.
Yeah. And I think that was, and then she came too. She was of that generation of hippies. So she had that peace, love, and so she was also into the conspirituality community, right? That
Yeah.
crunchy yoga community. And for a while that was a kind of good place for her. And then when Pizzagate and QAnon came onto the scene, it all just kind of crushed,
Yeah,
collapsed.
that's when they really created like I think that was in some ways kind of the start of pastel QAnon, even though QAnon didn't even exist during Pizzagate. That was kind of Pizzagate was the start of what would later become not just QAnon but also pastel because it it drew in this like story about tiny little kids and stuff like that, and that really
Yeah, I would have considered her pastel QAnon in the beginning, and now it's so, and that's what Karma and I had talked about the one evening when I had contacted her because it was just a really rough time because she went from that pastel QAnon, um, child trafficking and the wellness stuff to maybe Hitler's not such a bad guy, and I'm like, where did this come from?
yeah, because if you look at and Quacks would speak better to this than I could, but a lot of like the New Age philosophies are not just founded in theosophy, but hey Amber, but there are there a lot of the philosophies in the New Age movement and adjacent to it are about like acceptance
hmm
and to the point it's tolerance to the point of intolerance. So like, well, let's hear Hitler's side. You know what I
Right?
mean? Like that comes kind of from a New Age perspective.
And that's where she started to go down that road, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And
And
it was hard to
even
see that.
and even though like and I'm not an expert on this, but
Hi, Taylor.
here hey Taylor, here's just my guess. Like, if there was some way to bring her back just to the New Age stuff,
I would love
like
that.
I because I mean, if you're careful, I mean, come on, some of the New Age shit is fun. It's
Right?
it's fun, and I've tried some of the meditation stuff, and you know, and that's probably just placebo. But there it's empowering.
Yeah.
And you could play with crystals, just don't take it too seriously. Don't think
I
that
would
that
love for her just to go back to pastel QAnon. And I know that
yeah,
seems
it
insane for
seems
me.
weird. I get it. I get it because it was cozy. That was
Steph, can you turn up your
because
volume a little bit? I see Taylor said you're really quiet. Is there a way for you to?
is that better?
Is that better, Taylor? Yes, no, maybe so. Yeah, but I would really like if I could just, and that's what I was telling Karma. I was like, if I could just get pastel QAnon back. And I said, I know that seems weird, but this Hitler stuff is a bridge too far for me where maybe I said, I would love to go back to the beginning.
Oh, he said a little. I don't know what's going on here. Hold on. I'm sorry.
You're fine. Hey, this is all new. This is my first time here using this Riverside to go to Twitch. Rat says you did a super fast forward.
Let's see. What Huda?
You can't control that. That's just the way it's playing for Wrath.
Oh, well, that's just me shifting into my reptilian form.
I was just going to say, that's part her being lizard, Wrath.
You know what? Is that any better? Should I exit and come back in?
You're fine. Taylor just has old ears.
But
Okay.
everybody else can hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I'm good, but I have headphones on too. Okay. I'm going to start Serial Killer. And for anybody watching, if you don't know, Dark Outpost is a very QAnon conspiratorial show. The one host, Penny L. A. Shepherd, she believes like she was part of this MK Ultra program. It's very complex. I could do a whole
Project Monarch.
Yes, that's it. Oh, Steph, you're very loud
Okay.
now.
Oh, sorry.
You sound great. I'm going to turn my
Okay.
volume down now. That's
Yeah,
really
that
good.
would be Project Monarch, and that was something that kind of started to come about in late 80s, early 90s, right as the Satanic Panic was coming about.
Yes.
And that's really where a lot of QAnon came from. With you have Kathy O'Brien, you have Arizona Wilder. They were the two big proponents. There's a Nonsense Bizarre episode about Project Monarch that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, and that's where Penny L. Shepherd kind of gets all of her stuff from. And I mean, like I said, it's a whole rabbit hole with her. And that's kind of this show that Pam went on, and it's less than 2 years ago. And Pam ignores this. And Steph and I were discussing this, where Pam won't even talk about being on the show. And we can discuss that after, or, as we go through and pause and stuff. But Pam won't address what she's talked about on the show. She won't even say that she went on here and did all this stuff. So we will just start here and see what we get into.
Authoritarian leader limping as he walked down a flight of stairs. So, I'm not sure. And then here's a picture of him with the missiles. I can't figure it out. But they do this every once in a while, like he's missing or MIA or dead or whatever.
Pam is with us now.
Okay.
So let's bring her on in. Pam, how are you? Can you hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
I don't know what was going on. I've been trying desperately to get on here.
Well, you're looking good now, sounding great. So
I had a question.
Thank you for
just tell me when you need pause. Nope, you're fine. Go ahead, Steph.
Okay, it says 2023.
That's when she was on it.
She had already been on CNN by that time.
Well, this is November 7th of 2023. That's when she was on it.
Right. But so in the middle of her CNN tour, telling everyone how reformed she is, she went on a conspiracy podcast.
This is where I would have to defer to Noelle, where this fits into her timeline of CNN and leaving MAGA, because I knew she had the falling out with
because we met with her before 2023. We met with Pam via Zoom before 2023.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, here we go. Here's Wrath. It was January or February of 2023.
So this was after she started saying that she was a former.
Oh, here we go. Wrath is giving us some good stuff. This is why we have the other people in here. Good. Incredible, isn't it? Yep.
So that would be like me doing one of my things and then a few months later going on like Jordan Sather's podcast and being like, yeah, that QAnon's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and then going back on CNN.
Yeah.
This should prove to anybody, because she'll take the attention. She's a Star Wars bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Whoever pays the most money, that's the side that she is on.
Yeah, exactly. And
okay,
you'll hear this. No, as we go, her brother, she gives his gallery so much discussions about this with the satanic. It's wild. Okay, here we go.
Thank you for keeping trying to.
Yes.
Now I understand you have an interesting story you want to tell us today. Penny, you want to set this up a little bit because I want to hear.
Well, when we had first talked, we talked for a couple of hours, and you told me some very interesting things about your life. One of which was basically growing up in an SRA home, satanic ritual abuse, with the murder of babies. And you had said that did you co-author this book?
No, me and my brother and sister-in-law have been writing on it for 10 years now. It's taken that long. Pretty tough.
And it's not published yet?
No, we've sent it out to publishers, and it's a very heavy subject. And a lot of them are just, I think, been afraid to put it out there because it's a very good book. It's taken us 10 years to
You,
write it.
you caught that, right?
That's a long time. And
And
what
they're
again
afraid
was,
to put it out
you said
there.
that your brother has
Uh-huh.
a website with the pictures on it? With
Yeah.
some pictures?
You see this one? Let's see.
Oh,
Yep, yep.
can you
That was
Yes.
a
for a
4
second?
block.
I
there
sure
was a
can. Go ahead.
Holy shit, that's pathological. When the American Information Integrity Alliance president and I, the other group I'm a member of, the
I remember, yeah.
AII, when he and I had our Zoom meeting with Pam, we were discussing Jason Tattenhove, the guy
Oh, I
who
know him.
testified. Right. And he and I were friends for a little while, then we kind of lost contact. We brought him up saying that how we were going to contact him. She just happened to have a copy of his book, just as she, right here, had a copy of her brother's picture that she held up for the camera. So she did the thing that she just did with her brother's picture that she conveniently had placed there. She did on the Zoom with
Everything's
us.
a prop for her.
She just happened to have Jason Tattenhove's book just sitting right there, just like she just had her boom. No, seriously, this is a boom with 2 Q's because
it's incredible.
Because it's a pathological thing,
right?
She sets up these props like this.
She got in trouble because she did it with I think it was Harry Dunn's book, and she used the N-word, but she used that as a prop too. Like she kept using it everywhere. She does it with a lot of books, and when she's trying to get attention to her or look at me, or I don't know, maybe you have better insight.
She had no way of knowing that we were also going to bring up Tattenhove in our conversation on
That's
Zoom,
strange.
obviously. But what props would you have nearby if you were going to have a meeting about a group of formers? Well, you would have his book on hand as a
just
prop.
in case. So she has
she probably owns the book, but she carefully,
had it placed.
She's a crisis actor.
I should have worn my crisis actor sweatshirt tonight instead of my gay frog
Dave,
one.
I have a crisis actor shirt too from Dave. Yeah,
I got the sweatshirt because it's getting cold in PA, so I got those. Echoplex store, go to it. It's good.
Yeah, the Echoplex store has a great, and they have baseball caps that say tinfoil.
Yeah, they're great.
So yeah, the crisis actor shirt is excellent, and we both recommend it. But anyway, I just wanted to say I noticed with my conspiracy brain the pattern that Pam has with props.
I'm really glad. I'm glad you joined tonight, and I messaged you. We had the phone call. It's good. It worked out well.
There's a 4-block line to see that picture in Rodale, California, in Beverly Hills. The motive to writing the book is he wants his artwork out there. That's what he's more.
Money.
And I started writing the story, and I said it to my brother. He says, "Oh, you can't write. We'll go ahead and do it." And I was so grateful.
Is she? I'm sorry. My brain.
You're fine.
Out for a second. Was she saying that it's been taking so long for the book because nobody was offering them the right amount of money?
Let me back up a second. I think I kind of missed it too because we'll back up.
Because I was just going to say, and on Knowledge Fight today, Dan made a similar argument about something Alex said. If her mother really was a serial killer, it would not fucking matter the amount of money. The point of it is the morality, the ethics, you could even say the righteousness. Picture yourself as a Templar. The fucking righteousness of that act.
I can't imagine a publisher not wanting the story if they could fact check it. It would be fucking incredible. The story of a century.
And also with Amazon and the Kindle publishing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Don't give me that. There's nobody would publish this. Jim fucking Fetzer and Moonrock.
Nobody died at Sandy Hook. He got that shit out there. Come on.
So
Pam.
you're gonna tell me Moonrock Books wouldn't publish you? You're gonna tell me David Icke's publishing company wouldn't publish you? come on, get bent. There are more of those fucking conspiracy publishers out there today than there ever were. I'm just making that jerk off motion because
the motive to writing the book is he wants his artwork out there. That's what he's more. And I started writing the story, and I said it to my brother. He says, "Oh, you can't write. We'll go ahead and do it." And I was so grateful. Him and his wife started doing it.
Okay. Why don't you start to tell us? I'm gonna find that link to your brother's site and then send it to David, and tell us
learned
what
how to
it was
write
like
Standing
growing up.
Rock. Well, you got to visualize 1957 in Fresno, California, where there's a lot of Hispanic immigrants at that time. And you got to visualize my mother. She's like 320 pounds.
Picture it.
And
Hispanics everywhere.
And she's married to a maniac, narcissist.
Go ahead.
Sorry, there is.
No, I don't want to miss her crazy. Not her. I don't mean to say that. I don't want to miss her story.
Yeah. There is a town in Texas called Hemphill. I wonder, like, if her family. I was just thinking, I know not every town. Like, there's a Kemmer, Wyoming.
Well, she is actually of Mexican heritage, I believe, her descendancy, because she'll always try to say she's Native American, and she denies that ancestry of herself. So I'm not sure. It could be. There could be a link.
There's a town in Ecuador named after my ex-husband's last name, and it is because of his family. So
well, and I have a lot in my area too, things that are named after, which I'm not gonna, go into my maiden name or anything, obviously on a live stream here, but
very extremely abusive man that married her, I think,
that's
because she
interesting.
had
It could
children. Because he sexually abused me for 12 years.
Oh, geez.
He would beat my brother.
This is where I think Pam had some general trauma.
Naked and beat him
I
with
don't
a
deny
rubber
that she
hose.
probably did some point in her
he
life,
ended up in
but
prison
the story is like
for
way too far,
killing and molesting a 5-year-old. It should have been me, but by the grace of God, he never hurt me because he needed me for the sexual abuse, Yes. But my mother was extremely mentally ill, psychopath, and that's a light word for her. But what happened, I'll just share the story and I'll tell you how we came to the memories. She had taken us to this old beat down farmhouse, and we went in there, and I only remember pieces of this because even with memories you can't remember everything, but it was a satanic ritual. I didn't know that at the time, though. I just know it was very scary. I was only 5, maybe 4.5, 5.
It's like Michelle remembers. Just wait.
I was like frozen, and here they are sacrificing. This lady was pregnant. A child came out of her, and they sacrificed that child. I won't be abusive by saying details. Just going to have to visualize some of this because I don't want anybody, getting too triggered. But it's real. And she did that about 3 times, maybe 4. It's hard to remember when you're 5 how many times you went there. I mean, I'm guessing a lot of this, as far as how many.
I just want to pause real quick. Michelle remembers that's exactly the age that she had her regressed memories. At 5 years old, that's when she said she started having all these satanic ritual abuses. And when she started, it's like Pam's regurgitating, and she's of the age where she would have been in the Michelle Remembers, read that book. It was sensationalized everywhere, and the documentary actually about Michelle Remembers and debunking it and everything came out recently too, maybe within the past 2 years. So maybe she saw that too. Plus wrap in all these QAnon people and getting her stuff out there. It's just.
And wasn't Sybil also debunked?
Yes.
Like both
Sybil was popular.
So like, and a lot of these cases of MPD, which is now known as DID, a lot of this shit. And you could go back to the Franklin Credit Union scandal, the Johnny Gosch case. You know about the Johnny Gosch case, I'm sure. You and I could probably talk for hours about Johnny Gosch.
I know. We really are going to have to do some other videos and just find some of this material.
Well, you and I should like rehash what Jim and I were doing with the True Crime Conspiracy podcast we had. You and I should just have some.
I would love it.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. We're derailing again.
But this is she's This
Just
is a
rehashing it.
script.
Yeah, and fitting it
This
for
is
herself.
a script, and
Yeah.
and the flat emotionless way which she is repeating it. It's either that something traumatic did happen and she's trained herself to deal with it that way, or it's just a script.
Yep.
You know, it could be
Many
either or.
times
And
we
I'm
have to
not
guess
denying
on
that.
some of
No,
this.
like I said, like
But
she
what
had something
happened?
real in
She
her life,
switched.
sexual abuse.
Yes,
I don't know if
definitely.
you've seen the movie Misery with
Oh
Kathy
yeah,
Bates.
with James Caan and
Kathy Bates.
Movie.
Kathy.
Yes.
Movie.
Oh
That's
God.
my
Addictive
mother.
programming.
That's my mother. That's how she would switch on you. And so one day she got us out of our beds, me and my brother Mike, and she took us into the bathroom. And here's this child dead in this tub. And she's looking at my brother now.
Honestly.
My brother's 6 years old. And she's asking
Now
my
that
brother,
sounds like
why
something
did
from
you
Mommy
do this?
Dearest, except there's no
So you
dead
can
kid.
imagine the programming he's had to unprogram.
I'm sorry, I can't
Just
find
a
the
dead kid in
website.
a
What
tub.
is his website?
Oh, it's Michael Hemphill, my last name, Art. Michael Hemphill Art.
Okay.
It's pretty easy
I'll get that up on the screen in a moment.
Okay. Go on.
And how many she ended up murdering, we don't know. We have a guess, maybe 30, 35. I don't.
30, 35 kids, her mom.
Scene in the book we wrote the memory of when the officers
But
came to the
remember,
door. They were
it's
looking
hard
for these
for her to
some of these
remember
children.
the
And my
barn.
mother
Yeah.
should have got Academy
She
Award
can't remember those numbers.
as being the best actress there is because they're good.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at me with those pictures and said, "Oh, I remember this little girl. Do you remember her, Pammy?" And I didn't dare say a word, you know.
Oh,
Her brother's
Holy
artwork's
shit.
it's amazing.
she-
I went to his website
How
before this.
can an
It's really cool.
officer think about it?
and he does
1957,
assemblage.
Yeah.
even suspect
His
a
artwork's
woman
amazing.
that's, you know, visualize her. She's 300 and some pounds, 4 children.
They showed almost this
of
whole
being a
stream.
serial killer. She was a serial killer with children. It's still hard for
This
me
is like
to
John
talk about
Podesta
it and grasp all
artwork.
this.
Right?
So maybe ask me a question.
Okay. We have
were they
the
doing?
Michael's
Spirit cooking?
website
Mhm.
up on the screen. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Would you like to go over any of these pictures in particular?
Well, let me, well, I can't right now. I mean, my brother would be better at that, but they're all memories.
Did you notice
And
every
what happened,
head is
the
in a
story
box?
behind him getting
Uh-huh.
started. He was painting
Look
one
at
of
that
these
nurse one. That's
paintings.
very Silent Hill.
It's called The Blue Girl. And his friend came in and looked at it and said, "Mike, that is the ugliest thing I've ever seen." He
Religion
looks
and
back
anatomy.
and he goes, "Yeah." And he says, "You
Yep.
got arms missing." from
I do that
painting."
with mine.
He says, "I do." There's yeah. Some of those
That's
are the
beautiful.
faces of the abuse. He was painting out the abuse
Oh,
and
he's
didn't
very
even
talented.
know it at the time.
Wow.
That's why
I want all his
so
artwork.
healing is so good because it's the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
He didn't have any memory
Wrath,
when he
his
started
brother,
doing
her
this
brother never did
artwork.
answer my email.
Does he remember these people now?
Oh yeah, we both of us. He was the smart one. My brother's been sober like myself 47 years, and this is the hope I want to give people. And in therapy for 20 years. It took him 20 years, and I was afraid to face it. I didn't get into therapy till 12 years ago, so I'm still in the process of dealing with all this.
What actually triggered this memory? Were you talking Gina?
We haven't even gotten to the wine vats with body parts yet.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm not kidding.
on.
We're not even there yet.
Picture of, you know,
It
the
gets
horrible
worse.
stuff they're doing to children, and I called her back and I said, "I can't. Don't send me things like that." And I had to tell her why, and she couldn't believe it. I said, "Yeah, that I saw that. I saw children being cut up. I can't handle seeing that."
When did you start having any of these memories?
Well, my brother started having them first from the artwork. Well, what happened? He was visual. The book is like this. I'll tell you real quick. He was on his couch reading his favorite book, and he couldn't keep reading. He was getting this. And
Michelle
this is when
remembers?
he did that first painting. He couldn't, the anxiety started coming. So he goes in the kitchen and he's flashing and he's seeing body parts on the sink. And it's freaking him out. His wife comes home and he says, honey, I'm seeing things. Am I going crazy? I'm seeing body parts. And she says, Mike, oh, you just watched too many crazy movies. No, you're fine. But it continued. And the whole book is about the whole cycle of how he got the memories, did the artwork, went to therapy. And then at the end of the
How
story,
old
he
was
sits
he?
back on the couch and he can
I know.
finish
Where's the
his
book?
But you're never really.
I want to know how old he was when he
Yeah.
Still gonna
started.
have a life.
When this started,
Do you have
because
that
it
book
could be
with you that you can read
schizophrenia.
any passages
Exactly. Looking at the
No,
artwork.
I'd have to have my. I didn't think about
My great
that.
uncle
I'm
had
sorry.
schizophrenia,
Okay,
and his
perhaps next
artwork
time.
What's
is
the name
very
of the book?
Well, we keep changing
very
the
much like
title.
this
I told
in the
him
style.
to title it Your Mother Did
Picasso.
What? Because every
Mhm.
time we haven't really came up with the
Okay, so
title.
it hasn't been published yet.
No.
No, it needs to get out there because it's about hope. That's why I decided
You
to come
published
on here.
Standing
It's
Rock
hard
pretty
to talk
fast, but
about,
this isn't published.
but I just want people to know you can read. You can get on the other side of this. And most survivors are not able to get past it. They commit suicide. They'll
I'll be right back.
overdose. They don't
You're
make
fine.
it.
Yes,
Sure.
and so when you found out about this, when the memories started coming back, and then you realized, because many people don't understand that there are thousands of serial killers out there that are never caught.
Yeah.
Never. They're never confessed, never do one day in a courtroom. They just go on living their lives. And I can remember having a memory of my mother and I burying someone. I used to think it was in our backyard, but now I don't know where it was. But I had that memory.
Her and her mother burying a
So
kid in
if
the
they're doing
backyard.
satanic ceremonies, they're killing these babies and they're burying them. What is your recollection in regards? Can you tell us? I know it's difficult. Can you tell us one of the stories that you remember, and what happened with the remains? Did they eat them? What happened?
The memories are of her putting them in bags, and we're taking them to the trunk. And in Fresno, there were some heels around, and she'd go somewhere. Believe me, we've gone back there trying to trace all this and find anything, but it would be late at night, and there would be different places. Oh, one of them was they had these. I don't know what they're called.
Steph's going to want to hear
It's
this.
where they make
the wine. We got to pause. The existence of ungodly. That's very true. Very, very true. We're going to pause here and wait for Steph just to get back, because the wine vat story is very interesting, and I think she's going to want to hear that. I was going to look for, maybe I can find Push It Pam's video over here real quick. If anybody hasn't seen her lying about her interaction at J6, it's and you can look for her because she tries to spread a different story about how she interacted on, and the police letting her in on January 6th, which they did not. And it is a good, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. I think it is on here. No, where's the one with the music? That's my favorite. Here we go. Oh, this is it. Okay. Let me share this screen here real quick. It's one of my favorites while we're waiting for Steph to get back here. Let's see here. Stop sharing that one. And we will share this one. Share screen. This is it. Okay. Make that big. And here we go. Oh, I have the volume off. Sorry, guys. Let me back it up.
This is one of my favorites. They're not allowed to use that music.
I was waiting for you, so I was showing her running through it, day 6.
They're not allowed to use that music. That music's copyrighted, isn't it?
Oh, hopefully my stream won't get taken down. Oh, well. It was brief.
No, but that was somebody else stealing copyright. But like, as I think I remember them mentioning on like Knowledge Fight or something that you can't use the NFL music.
Oh, well, somebody else did that, not me, but it cracks me up.
No, I know. I was just saying though, but somebody fact checked me on that because I could have sworn.
I don't want to get in trouble. I was waiting for you because she's about to talk about the wine vats.
And it's not you anyway. You didn't do anything wrong.
I was like, oh gosh, I hope my stream doesn't get taken down for the NFL music.
No, it won't. It wasn't. Well, it shouldn't. No, you didn't do anything. I'm sorry. I thought that. Never mind.
No, you're right. No. Okay. Here she comes with wine bats. I waited for you.
I'm sorry.
No, I paused. That's why I should push it, Pam.
Big towers, and she would put them in there too because it would disappear. It's where the
they were asking
places. Oh, one of them was they had these to the trunk, and
your recollection in regards. Can you tell us? I know it's difficult. Can you tell us one of the stories that you remember and what happened with the remains? Did they eat them? What happened?
The memories are of her putting them in bags, and we're taking them to the trunk. And in Fresno, there were some heels around, and she'd go somewhere. Believe me, we've gone back there trying to trace all this and find anything, but it would be late at night, and there would be different places. Oh, one of them was they had these I don't know what they're called. It's where they make the wine. Big towers, and she would put them in there too because it would disappear. It's where they ferment.
So she would actually put a baby body in a winery, in a wine vat or distillery, in which people are going to be then consuming that wine.
Yeah, that was one of the memories.
Wow.
A lot of hills, mountains. Yeah. It was frightening.
It was so frightening. She said deadpan.
Explain to us, like, did you see the babies being murdered?
No, that is the one part that, for some reason, she never had us watch her actually take them out, but we saw the throats and the eyeballs out, hanging upside down. I hate to be detailed, but
that's all right.
So you would see the aftermath, but you didn't actually see the killing.
No, I don't know why she didn't do it right in front of us.
Well, thank God she didn't, because it's bad enough what you did see. Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You guys,
it's still like a nightmare. Me and my brother would test each other to make sure we weren't making it up, because it's so insane when it's your mother, And he would test me to make sure I wasn't making it up, and he wasn't either. And he'd say, "What color is that nightstand or the lamp, or what's in the room?" And I would tell him what was in the room and what the child looked like with the dress color. And he says, "That's the same thing I'm seeing." We had to validate each other.
Those are schizophrenia.
You do feel like you're
right?
going crazy, and this can't be real.
It sounds like
really happened. Did it?
I'm not saying everyone
your own mother was
like
a
that.
child serial killer. It's
But everything she's saying.
So in some of these pictures, David, can you zero in
now
on
that you
any
say
of
that,
these, like
thinking
Daddy's
about my
Home? Can you click on
great
that?
uncle's paintings, really?
Oh, the bird hands. That one.
It is
right there
Amber.
to the
Very
left.
bizarre.
Put it on that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
And we're
go
not
back.
even to. There's more.
Think of how bizarre the people are who make this shit up.
I know.
Sometimes he would do this artwork, and then the memory came later. And what that was, he would draw.
And then it came later.
You're telling your story, and sometimes you don't know.
Because it helps sell the art.
Can you make it bigger?
I'm trying, but I don't know if I can zoom in on that or not.
There's a thing on the side. That photo on the right-hand side.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Make it bigger. Okay.
I'd like to know when these memories started coming back for her brother.
I can't really make it bigger.
depending
I can
on
try
how one is
downloading it and
aged,
doing it that
Right.
way.
All
Save
right.
the picture.
and the
I'll see what
era,
happens with that. Let me see.
he might be a victim of false memory,
Mm-hmm.
or he
So
might
go
have
ahead, Pam. I'm
untreated
sorry.
disease.
No, it's okay. So sometimes I was just saying that when an artist is painting, that especially with memories, you don't know that you're painting a memory, and so you got to sit back and look. He sat back and looked at it. Then the memory came. Those hands. What happened? My mother would torture him and put irons on his hand. She tortured him.
Okay, then let's
Trying
She
see
tortured
to
your brother.
punish him.
I know.
Huh?
She tortured your brother.
Oh, both of us, but more him physically. Because see, he was the one, she was telling him that he was doing this, and she had to stop him. The psychological abuse, huh?
Do you
I
look like
still
your
can't
father?
believe now you telling me the
Do I?
timeline that she was
Did
doing this
he?
all in conjunction with I'm reformed.
Oh,
I'm
I
like
only
I
met
left
my father
MAGA.
once. He died from alcoholism when I was
and
5.
CNN
I'm
Uh,
wondering
doesn't have the
because a lot of
fucking
times they
resources to
hate
look into
Yeah.
this.
No, nothing to do with my father. We didn't know my father.
Okay, there
No,
we
this
go.
is no the memory. I'm explaining the hands. See how they're wrapped?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's his memory of her burning it. She burned his hands with the iron.
Okay, that did happen, but
Can you
there
hear me?
would be some
Yes.
scarring.
Right.
We're just
That's why I say
shocked.
like
But
they probably had some abuse in their home growing up.
Yeah, she
But
burned his hands
her
with the
doing all of
iron.
this is so
She would
bizarre.
other private areas. She tortured him. Put
and
light on his
what
eyes.
book was he
Pull his
reading?
ears with
Yeah.
pliers. I mean, but the worst part was the programming. You're 6 years
And it depends on
old,
the therapist
and
you
your
see too,
mother's
because they can
telling
put
you
stuff
that
in your
you're
head.
doing
Michelle
this, and
Remembers
she's
is a
trying to
perfect
get you to
example.
stop. I mean, how
Yep.
insane!
Sybil.
And she
She would
married her
come in dressed as a
therapist.
nun
Yes.
sometimes. That's why you might see some pictures with nuns,
He
because
fucked
she would
her
dress
and
as
then
a
he
nun.
fucked her.
Uh-huh.
And then she'd come in as a different character. She would switch on you. That's why if you watch Misery and you watch how she changes,
She keeps talking about
this is the
Misery too.
About
psychopath. They
Misery.
can switch on you in a second, and it's very frightening.
I
From the
refer to
good
movies a
mom
lot
to the
too, but
very
not
evil mom.
as reality.
Within
No.
seconds. It's just within seconds. Those are generally these paintings show you the damage to the face that he remembered, because there would be parts of the face missing.
Panda
Well, these
eyes.
pictures do more than that. They seem to take you into the very soul of these people.
We're
Yes.
deep.
Like what's underneath the skin almost, I just
What is that bottom one? With their, it looks like they're in chains. That one.
Oh, yeah.
They look like
Those are so-
Cenobites.
What is that? Can you
They
explain that to
do.
us?
They're so
Well,
amazing
see
though.
that
His work's great.
that thing for doctors that you check your heart.
Yes.
The head in
Set
the
the
box.
She would be a nurse.
Again.
And then there's times she was a nun. So you'll see ones with nuns. And he's just showing you the torture. A lot of this is what she did to him too. She would torture him.
And dress up as a
put
nun.
chains around
Her
him.
mom would dress up as a nun.
I'm trying to see that one.
So fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. It was a horrible. I have a hard time looking at them.
Yes. Well, do you think maybe is your brother like able to discuss any of these things?
I'd have to talk to him.
Okay.
He never
Yeah, it
came
would be
out and
nice if
said
he would
any of
get
this
up and
stuff, did he?
Yeah,
Is that your brother?
That's her brother. She
Yeah.
doxes him.
So she's using him
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
for
miracles.
her own story.
He's sober
Yes.
40,
And then also in
47
turn
years.
promoting his artwork.
In Alcoholics
So they're
Anonymous
both in
for
on it?
47 years.
I don't
He's-
know what the
he's
angle
come a
is
long
really
ways.
because I don't
You
know
know,
if you
the-
saw. Raph said she emailed him and he never responded.
He's
to
not,
her.
you would imagine, you would think that he's
Yeah.
under the bridge somewhere drinking
Right.
or been a criminal. He's never been a criminal his whole life. No criminal background.
If he has a
In
long
fact,
history of
he just bought
alcoholism,
a brand new
that can
Mercedes.
cause hallucinations.
They're very
Yep.
well off. But his decision to write this book was so hard for us. He wants this artwork out there because, if you're a musician, you want your music.
Yes.
But at the same time, as we talked, we need to let people know you can heal. You don't have to kill yourself or drink yourself to death over childhood memories.
No. This
And I
whole
can share
thing,
some of how you
this
recover from
whole
this.
thing
Why
is
don't you do that?
exploitative.
Right?
Well, one, a lot of us have been
And
fortunate
I'm going to
enough.
pause real quick.
For us, it's
My thing is, to what end? It's like, is it money? Is it self-promotion for both of them? Like, what are the angles, like, of all of it? Is it pathological?
What? Just let the artwork be the artwork. Don't put anything on it, because that's the joy of artwork. Is there's an official interpretation by the artist who said, this is what I was thinking when I created it. This is the meaning behind it. But then, because it's art, because it's beautiful, because it's
His
why
artwork's
we
amazing.
live,
It doesn't need all that.
we all have our own interpretation of it. We can all enjoy our own interpretation. Don't put all of this on it, because the art speaks for itself, and you find what you. Oh God, this is just.
I know, Steph. I'm glad you're on this journey with me and everybody else.
Because that artwork is gorgeous, and it's dark, and it's evil, and it's dreary, and it's so beautiful. Because as someone who makes that kind of art, when you put all of that evil onto the canvas,
yeah,
it's like Michael Douglas and Falling Down. There's my movie reference. Okay,
there you go.
It's purgative. It's purgative. You're getting it all out, and that. I'm sorry.
She takes away from it. If you go to his page after this, he's won awards. He's been shown tons of places. Like, it's getting out there because he's talented. He didn't need all this, and I don't know how much he knows about this episode happening and streaming or anything. And her being on the show, or if they have that, big of a relationship or anything, or what it's like. But his artwork didn't need this kind of promotion.
And even let's say in the wildest of wilds that all of this abuse actually did happen. I believe some happened, but
I do too.
Not
some of it,
not SRA.
No.
And there's also never been a conclusive piece of evidence to ever demonstrate that SRA has ever been found to have existed. And the issue is that it just, even if this stuff really, really did happen, this is not the place to talk about it.
Right?
This is not the forum.
Mm-mm.
A forum would be a book or a self-made documentary or something, or a blog. It would not, you would not, I just, the way that it's being done hurts me. It hurts. It hurts everything that I stand for, because this is not how you. Everything's wrong. I'm sorry.
I know. No,
I just lost faith in humanity.
At a spiritual
It's hard
path.
to watch.
And I'm not saying religious. I'm just saying a spiritual path. And we all have choices. Now, when I first got introduced to the 12-step program, I wasn't ready. I think there was a part of me that knew if I ever really sobered up and cleaned up, I might have to face this. I think subconsciously. So I would drink and go to meetings, go to meetings. But finally, I hit bottom August 10th, 1979. And I've stayed with this thing, this spiritual path, because I remember we walked to a church when we were during that time. It was quiet in the morning, and my brother comes and says, let's go to this church where Grandma took us. And we were scared to do it, but we walked 4 miles. And that's where I found God at that age. I saw this man on a cross dead, and I thought, oh no, another dead body.
Right.
But this lady said, no, that's a man that loves you. And I stuck with it all my life, even though I wasn't able to live it at times. But he's always been with me. And my belief in God is why I'm here. I know that today.
I mean, these depictions are just chillingly horrific. So he's saying on here, what now? When I was 5 or 6, it was dark. more than once. These are titles of the.
And what's interesting on his
underneath the
updated
portraits, and then
gallery
there's
page,
several
a lot of these are
untitled.
gone. These
Probably
paintings and
still trying
titles.
to
So
determine
I
how
don't know if
many
he sold them
children
or
do
he wanted them
you
gone.
think. And this is an educated guess. It's just on, what's your assessment of how many children your mother killed and mutilated and got rid of?
Well, I guess again, it isn't a guess.
What's the
Yes.
evidence?
There's so many memories, and there's a time we saw a whole bunch piled up in this
This is all hearsay.
bunker kind of thing.
I'm
you know what
not
I mean?
a
They're
lawyer,
kind
but
of
I know
metal
this
and
would
they're
not
like a
be
dome.
admissible.
Yes.
This is hearsay.
So who knows? I mean,
Where was she getting them?
They're all in a
Well, they're
metal bunker in a
immigrants.
dome.
from Mexico. Remember
All the
the
immigrants
They're-
from Mexico.
grapevine? They were there
They're
picking the
written
grapes.
on golden plates.
Yes.
Killing immigrants' babies?
Yeah, who looks for them?
Nobody.
That's the problem.
Oh, so
That's-
she's-
that- we talked
so
about
she's
this,
La
we
Lorna?
had the guest on
Mhm.
the other day, the indigenous people, right? The or immigrants that come in. These people are ignored. That's why they're being brought into this. A lot of people think they're being brought in to take our jobs and to.
I was trying to think of their mythical creature. I
give
can't think of
away
the
to
other.
all everything else. They're
I just watched the
brought in,
movie.
They're going to be forgotten.
After I watched
They're going to be
Krampus.
forgotten. They're uploaded. They're put onto buses
Oh,
and
let's
sent to
watch
God knows where.
Krampus.
Prominent politicians, rich people, and anyone else who can afford this.
Yes, they're brought in
Yeah.
to basically be disappeared, to be sex trafficked, to be ritually abused, to be,
Yeah, that's
used
exactly
in
why.
sex films and snuff films and murdered and discarded, maybe eaten, maybe have their blood drained from them.
Yeah, they believe that. See, the power. They believe there's power. See, everything that's as far from God as they can go
Toothy.
is what they
Toothy's
do.
made an appearance.
And
Hi,
it's so hard
Toothy.
for people to wrap their head around this.
We have a
when you're
celebrity
so
in the
far
building.
from even wanting to hurt a fly. You know what I mean? How it's
Toothy, no abuses.
people
Don't you
are
think
this
about it.
sick, this evil, but it's real. It's happening in the world now. We're going to have a satanic group inside of our capital. I can't believe that, but I guess they're allowed because it's their religious right. It's not a religion. I don't know how they can consider satanic abuse, devil worshiping
Panda
a
eyes,
religion.
but we have a real
That's-
panda.
Is that a panda? Or, I mean, it.
Yeah,
looks-
that's the only thing he had as a child that he could hold on to. And that's why it's part of the healing for you to get a little rabbit or a teddy bear, stuffed animal, and hold on to it because you're so alone when this
That
is
looks like
happening.
Schmeagle.
There's nobody there for you. So that healing part, so important to get a teddy bear.
Were you also starved?
I'm sorry, what?
Were you also starved?
Oh, yeah, you name it, she did it. Well, what she did with me, what happened, I found a body part and I went to my stepfather.
I just found a body
This
part.
is the first time.
Just
that I
laying
had a chance
around.
to tell.
Just a random arm.
And he looked at me and said, "Where'd you get this?" And I told him, I said, "Mom, I was
I
a little
cannot
quiet,
imagine
you know,
going to
trying
my
tell
dad
him
and being like, Dad, I found this
secretly."
arm.
But he
Where the
was
hell did you
drinking.
get
He got
that,
up and said,
Shelby?
"Juanita, get over here. I want."
Hey,
brought me-
she has a right to bear arms.
And she looked at me and she says, "Oh my God, I don't know. Where'd you find that, Pammy?
Where'd you find that arm, Pammy?
He says, "Juanita, come on." She says, "I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe we need to call the police. I mean, it's a body part." But they both got drunk that night. But anyway, the next morning she came to me and she says, "If you ever talk again, you won't be here." And so she beat the living hell out of me. She pulled all the hair out of the back of my head, put sticks up me, and put me in a closet with dead body parts for hours
Up me?
to teach me.
And then put
so
her in
what
a
happened?
closet
I
with
didn't
dead
talk
body parts.
for 1 year as a 5-year-old. I didn't say a word. I mean, I could not talk. That's why I'm talking now. You do the opposite of what they do to you. You talk, you know.
Pam, how old are you today?
I'll be 70 in April.
Dang, you look pretty good for 70.
Oh, I love you.
If you had, I'm just gonna pause real quick. If you had a closet full of body parts in your house, they would be festering and smelling, even fresh dead body parts. I know she says her dad was like, "Where'd you get this body part, Pammy?" Like, there's no way. Like, that's insanity. You can't just have a closet full of body parts. That just doesn't happen.
No, I felt like you were in your 50s.
Did
honest to
you
God, you
did
don't
you
look
ever
70 at all.
hear of Colleen Stan? I just put a link in there. A woman, she was held captive for 7 years, and her captors had a box that, like the man in the iron mask, that went over her head. I'm trying to look up the date to see if the story of Colleen Stan in some way,
No,
you know what I
missed
mean?
that.
Like,
I remember reading a story about a lady that was kept under a bed in a
ah,
box.
well, this is similar. She was held between 1977 and 1984. So as of 1984, the story about this had come out. So, and ironically enough, the couple that held her, their last name was Hooker.
Really? Oh my gosh. How terrifying.
Yeah.
7 years.
So who knows if so this would have had to have been after 84. And you also had the stories about Fritzl out by this time too. So you had these.
Oh, that was the guy who kept his daughter down in the basement, correct?
Yeah. So you had these true stories of prolonged imprisonment, and Stephen Stainer also.
Yeah. It's almost like she put all those together, and this was just a ripe time because she grew up around that era where she would have known all of this stuff.
That's why I was like checking some of these dates and stuff like that, trying to just kind of, and I do think some abuse took place, and they may have very well been locked in little closets. And
yeah, that's what I said.
Gabriel Fernandez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gabriel Fernandez. Look at that story. That is a modern day torture story, and it's horrific.
Yeah, and it is. That one made me bawl.
So they could have, when you see an emergency nurse crying on film, forget it. But there could have been very, very bad abuse, but she has to go and spoil all the apples in that barrel that are already spoiled by adding something, by saying there are worms in the spoiled apples and the worms aren't real.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good analogy,
no,
but
you're right, because if she just talked about if they did have abuse, that would have been enough in itself, right? To tell the story, because I worked one of the worst abuse cases in Pennsylvania ever. And I don't want to talk about it too much because I'll get choked up about it. But that in itself is hard enough to talk about, and what those children went through. All you have to do is share a story like that. You don't need to embellish anything if you've gone through any of that trauma, right? Like that's not, and that's enough.
Right. And why does it there always have to be Satanism in it? Most cases of abuse, and you're a true crime junkie too. What religion?
Catholicism?
Or just general Christianity?
Just Christians in general. Yeah, Christianity.
And a lot of like the quiverful movement that's like really gaining a foothold in today. It's all about abuse.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about beating you, just like that Tucker Carlson thing where he's talking about like spanking America.
Yeah,
it's all about abuse, and
that's all she had to talk about. I do believe, like I said, and we both said, like they probably very well did have abuse, and that's enough. You didn't need to go this route.
No,
it's really quite sad.
I love you.
All they're doing is enabling.
Yeah, and adding fuel to the fire.
I was going to say, you survived cancer, and when you were
the children,
incarcerated under the January 6th litigation,
I want that.
You still had cancer, correct?
Yeah, you feel like you're back in.
I've heard some questions about that too.
Oh, I know,
There's
right?
all cartel women there.
Now, like she called them cartel.
This is horrific.
Women,
this one
right
all she
here. Did was talk about the support she got in prison when she
looks like I can't
shot.
even. I'd have to really study the artwork, but there's a cross there. It looks like he's in a milky or water.
That
or
looks like an Israeli.
Yeah, that's the bathtub. I can't remember what's that called. Lye. She would use that powder to get rid of the. How it dissolves.
So
I mean, doesn't really get rid of the bodies.
John Wayne Gacy used that and covered the bodies in his basement because
It didn't get
covers
rid
up
of
the
them.
smell.
Yeah. See, they
He
were
used
spiritual
lime.
nuns.
Lime.
Because she
Not
switched
lie,
characters.
lime.
Yeah.
He could switch on you and come in dressed like a different person.
Yeah. Do you see the nuns, David? Go back.
Yeah, here.
And she was
Yeah.
a nurse.
So her
Oh,
mom would dress as a nurse
I remember
and
those
a
saddle
nun.
shoes.
And do you know what? I wanted to be a nun when I was older.
Right.
Now I know why. The memory of her being
Why?
a nun. I was trying to remember. See, when you're trying to remember and you have to stuff
She
it down
claims her
for
mom, when she was doing
survival.
these
Because I'll
abuses,
tell you,
would
there's
dress
only way
as a nun,
to
so
get
that
through
made
this
her
and
want
heal
to
from
be a
this.
nun.
You've got to feel it. There's no other way.
Maybe she was abused at
PTSD,
Catholic
everybody
school.
says, well, you do this, you
Yeah.
do that. No, you can't. It's impossible. You've got to feel and remember what you stuffed. And then the way it was explained to me, so that all the ugly could come up, so the joy.
This
that they tried
is
to
like a
take away
scene
from
in
you,
Gummo.
You got it. But it's coming up to heal us, not to harm us. It
So,
won't
Yes.
harm you. It'll
Am I
heal you.
right?
Yes,
This is
Yeah.
like
Hammond, thank you so
Gummo.
much for saying that,
I haven't
because
watched this
there
in so long.
many
I forget how
people
bizarre it is.
say, you know,
She
don't
might as well be
remember, you're
sitting
better
in a
off not
dirty
remembering.
bathtub with
The
a tray
reality
of
is you
food.
have to remember, because that is how you heal. You will remember the injury, and then you will grieve for it. You know, it is going to be horrific. It is going to be hurtful, but you will heal. You will be able to see the joy again. And if you keep repressing this, it's going to prevent that healing. That's just my feeling, which I'm
Oh.
putting forth. I'm not a doctor, so let me put that disclaimer forth. I'm not a doctor.
And you
I
have
was
a
married
lot of
to
wild
an individual
beliefs,
who acted as
Penny.
a counselor. He had his master's in psychology. He ran his parents' psychological practice. They were MFCCs, marriage family crisis counselors, PhDs, but they were also extremely evil individuals that I believe now worked with Jolie West. I cannot prove that tie, but it is my ardent belief through my research that they work with Jolie West, who was an MK Ultra handler under.
MK Ultra.
He worked, I believe, in conjunction with Alan Dulles,
Worst
who was
Carrie
head of the
Cassidy
CIA,
ripoff.
under JFK, and also Sidney Gottlieb, who was actually the biowarfare aspect of
Sweary
that
Carrie goes on this show,
MK
Taylor.
Ultra
She loves
projects,
it.
and he was head of the psychology
She's a
department,
frequent
dean
guest.
at UCLA from 1969 to 1989, and I believe that the Zenos family worked with him. But in order to heal from this, they tell you, like you said, oh, you're delusional. That never happened.
Yeah, of course she does.
And
You're
you
right,
have
Taylor.
your brother's depictions right here showing you that he didn't make this up, that these events actually happen. And then you've been, writing it down and documenting it for 10 years, for a decade of your life. This book does need to get out there. You can't self-publish. And,
Oh,
if
Pam
you'd
knows
like
she can
to
self-publish. She did her
move
Standing
forward,
Rock
don't
book.
wanna do
Where's
that.
the serial killer book, Pam?
No,
they don't want to
they're not
publish.
going to sell it.
Yeah.
No. They got to get it publisher. It's the only way to go.
Okay.
No,
All right.
Pam,
I
you
know.
did
I did
Standing
it
Rock.
can help
self-published
you
for
with
my
that.
other book, but
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
yeah,
Pam, your
Um,
message is
they
so
thought about putting
important,
January
right?
the 6th
You've been working on
in
this
the
for 10
book,
years,
and then they
Pam.
thought, no, I can't put politics in
Think
there,
of
but
the
it was a part
children,
of my story of acting
the
out.
families that don't
Just
know
like
where
you
their
said,
dead,
if you don't
dead
deal with
children
it,
are because
it's
you're a
going to
serial
deal
killing
with
mom.
you. And how does it deal with you? By drinking too much, eating
But what
too
about
much,
all the people too that
getting
drink that wine
angry
with
at
the
the
dead
wrong
babies in it? Think of
people,
them too.
depression,
Terrible.
anxiety. You can't run from
Adrenochrome
this.
wine.
You're
I
not gonna
heard
have to
that
deal with it by yourself. You get a
I heard that her mom's
knows
wine pairs well with Dahmer's
satanic or ritual,
sandwiches.
serious.
He
They call it
fed barbecue
PTSD.
to his neighbors.
Knows
I
really
saw
how to
that.
deal with this. Now I went to
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
me and my brother had the same experience. We went to I don't know how many therapists that would not take our case. They said we cannot deal with this.
Because
Yeah.
it's not
Finally, I
true.
found one, and so did he.
Yeah.
He doesn't to
It was
this
too
day.
much. It was
They
too
didn't say we're not going to deal with this. They're
much
going to
work.
say we think somebody told you the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And many are not trained whatsoever.
Yeah,
So
they are
They don't know
trained
what to
because
do
they're going
with
to take
us.
you
They
through and
don't know
say,
what
this
to
is
do.
why this isn't true. Let's
But
do
it's the
some
same as a Vietnam
talk
vet
therapy
or
about this.
military. You see these
Yeah.
horrifying things.
CBT.
They just do the same treatment. You give them a safe
Or
environment
DBT.
to talk
Yeah.
and to feel those feelings. Now, for example, what my brother's therapist did, he gave him a telephone book, and she said, write on there with this pen and then tear it off and crumble it up and put it in this trash bag and write whatever you want. So he wrote FUCK throughout the whole telephone book until the last page. And he said, thank you, God. He got that anger out without hurting anybody.
Yes.
Because you don't want to hurt
That
it, but you got a lot
sounds
of
like
anger.
a mentally
And behind the
unwell
anger,
person.
Yes.
and the resentment is false guilt, because they
And
put
who
it
has
on you that
a
it's your
phone book?
fault, that
When?
none of
Right?
this would have happened if you kids had
How
never
big of a
been
phone
born,
book?
is what my
What
mother
size,
would
Pam?
say.
Oh.
So you got to
That's a lot
get
of
rid of
writing.
that guilt that none of this was your fault. You're a victim. Now you have a choice, though. You can either decide to keep drinking, drugging, deny, whatever you want. But now you have a choice.
Can I just
You
say
can heal, and
David
that's
looked
going to be
very
up
bored.
to you. And I hope you choose recovery.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like,
Are you
Because I-
are you actively
all right, I'm
seeking
done.
a publisher? Would you like to put a call out on the show to for
I'm
someone
sorry, my fire
that
whistle's going
believes that
off.
they can
I'm very
publish your
close
book
to it, so
for
if you
you
hear it,
to get in
I'm in a
touch with
rural
you?
area.
Oh
You
yeah,
might pick it up.
I'll forward that to my sister-in-law. She's
That's
very
an Alex
like
Jones
got a
red alert.
degree.
Red
You know,
alert,
she
red
knows what
alert,
she's
red
doing
alert.
with this, and it would have to
Taylor.
go to
Then he
her
tore the phone
because
book in half. There he is.
no, I just helped put in the memories in the book. She wrote it.
Yeah.
She's in charge. Of
I
the whole
helped
book.
put the memories
So
in the book.
have you found a publisher?
Did you
You
catch
know,
that?
all of them really
That's
loved the book.
oh my god.
No, because
She helped
okay,
put
what
them
happened?
in.
One publisher said,
Yeah.
we can't prove that she did this. So what we did, we
You
went to
can
the
help prove
house
that she did it,
that I
Pam.
do have a memory. I took a piece of a body part and I hid it somewhere so I could have evidence. I was smart. I was
I forgot
smarter
about
that little
that.
girl back then. I wanted to get her caught.
Mm.
So we went to that house, and my brother said I probably should just buy it, and dug that thing up, so we could get this proof. And we could not find what I hid. It's probably there, but it's a house in Fresno.
What body part was it,
We
Pam?
dug up almost the whole backyard. We couldn't go inside, and I have a feeling I might have put it in the wall somewhere or something.
Yes.
I hid a piece too. Those oatmeal
Probably.
boxes with the oatmeal man. I had put a piece in there too. I was trying to hide it from my mother.
It's the treasure of
I didn't
Hemphill
know, as a little
Island.
kid, I'm trying to hide these things so I could have evidence. Tell a school teacher or somebody.
Tasty oatmeal
And,
side of body parts.
That's where you'll see one of those.
But did you
paintings. He has
notice
the
that?
oatmeal man. That
Okay.
yeah.
Go
But
back
let
and
me
dig
tell
in the
you a
wall.
quick story. When my brother did find a
If you
piece of the
believe
body part,
this.
Yeah.
we went next door to the neighbor, and they freaked out. I mean, they freaked out.
And
What
what
happened? Is
piece of
somebody
what
heard at
body
your
part?
home?
She never
But we're not
says.
talking because we're little and we're
If
scared.
it's an
And
organ,
they said,
it's
okay,
gone.
let's go back to your house and see what's going on. Because they're imagining somebody
They didn't
is
call the
hurt
police. You
where
brought
we're living.
kids bring you a
Now,
body
these are
part, and you're just
immigrant
like, let's
people
go
too.
back out to your house
And
and
they
see what's going on.
took the finger and showed my mother, and she said, "What? This has happened before." I showed my stepfather. Well, she ended up killing both of those people.
Well, and by the way,
that was done in front of us.
It's just
Hold on, I'm going to pause
amazing,
there.
and it
Go ahead. So her mother, that's the people she knows. Her next door neighbors, her mom fucking killed them. Pam, that's your proof right there. Like, tell the police your mom killed your next door neighbors. This is where we were living at the time. Go to the police. Maybe they can go back and search property records, rentals. These people are dead. My mom murdered them. Boom.
she could even do that from her. She could be a web sleuth and she can investigate that shit from home.
Right?
You but fucking hire a private fucking and you know what? You know what her story reminds me of? The Chicken Town murders.
Australia? Is that no?
It might have been they included it in that movie with Angelina Jolie, The Changeling. They made reference to that. The one where they had the kid imprisoned in a chicken coop and he was forced to help kill other kids. It was a true story. And
that might have happened in California. I can't remember.
It was by Hollywood, I think. I think it was like
I think it is in California,
the
yeah.
desert. And and that story is obviously way older, but so much of this just gives me that
That's why I think she picked up bits and pieces from everywhere. Like she was like, I heard this story
Yeah.
before. I read this book. I saw this made for TV movie. I saw this. I'm going to put it all together.
Yeah, and she doesn't say, like, even Alex Jones will say it's like in this movie.
Yeah.
She's not even saying it's like in Misery. She's saying my mom was Misery.
Yeah. My mom was Kathy Bates in Misery. She was Annie Wilkes.
Yeah, well, my mom was Annie Bates in fucking Roanoke.
Yeah.
Which I can't even watch that season. It's pretty shitty, but
yeah, it is.
I mean, but I don't.
It's
I just, this is just so.
It does need to get out
she's
there.
something else.
How can people contact you, and then you will contact is it your sister or your sister-in-law?
Yeah, my brother's wife.
How can people contact either one of you? What's the best way to get in touch with?
Well, I've got my email. You have my email.
No, you need to give it out to everyone else.
Oh, okay. It's Pam, and then my last name Hemphill.
She doxes herself and her brother all throughout this.
J as in Jack, D as in dog, @gmail.com.
And then she
and
got
so
mad.
if anyone wants to help you financially, can they help you financially?
Bravo, Pam.
No, I wouldn't worry about that. That's okay.
Okay. But if they want to get in touch with you, anybody that thinks that they can help you publish this book, they can get in touch with you, and then you will get in touch with your sister-in-law.
Yeah, because she's in charge of the book, not me.
Okay.
I know. It would. What I'd like to have it out there. You don't want this out public. You really don't. It took all the courage I could muster. Ask God, oh my God, I don't want to do this. But he said, we got to, it's about helping others that are suffering.
Then why don't you talk about it all the time now, Pam, if you want to help
And I
so many
have
people.
recovered. I tell you,
Curious.
someday I tell you
What if she wants to help people? Why is she so worried about CNN talking about Jonestown instead of her?
Go there to stay in denial. I'm just kidding. It is not easy. It is not. I had days of rocking and crying and not knowing I'm going to get through.
Can I just say something
how
quick?
am I going to make it emotional?
Yeah, go ahead.
So,
but God,
I just want to say, I think pretty much everyone in here already knows the quality of a character that Pam is.
Yeah.
And they know the quality of character that Noelle is. I just wish people who didn't actually run within our circle could see this video of Pam and go, oh, this is the lady who's talking shit about Noelle.
Thank you. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do this, because I thought, how can I use my platform for other things, right? I can do this, and I learned Riverside could do this, and I thought people need to see this because she's out there and she's been doing it for months.
And
you
people
have
also
Noelle, and you have Pam.
And people also need to know that during that same Zoom meeting that Kevin and I had with her, the first thing she said when everybody's cameras turned on, this isn't being recorded, is it?
Interesting.
Now, I'm number one, even if you're a boomer, I think most people can hear the recording in progress.
Right.
Okay. And, that even if you sign in later than the other people, that still pops up when you sign in to tell you individually recording in progress. So number one, there's that. And I'm not sure, I don't want to play the logical fallacy of if you have nothing to hide. But for that to be the first thing she says, that
suspect.
Yeah, suspect. And then, oh, hey, I happen to have some props nearby. Hey,
look at this.
Oh, we were just talking about Toothy. Oh, wow, look at this.
Yeah.
I mean,
hold on, we're talking about Toothy. Let me see what I can grab. Let me look around in my office real quick.
except I'm crazy, and I actually do always have Toothy.
Yeah, well, I'm crazy. You can see I decorated. I have Christmas lights up, and I can actually these play. But we're just goofballs. I don't have props like she does for reasons. And I think she likes to use people, and she knows when because she lies. Pam's a liar. I'm just gonna say it. She is. She lies.
It's pathological.
She is pathological. and she doesn't want her words recorded, and she doesn't want to be called out. And she knows if she does that, that's why she asked you, this isn't being recorded, is it? Because that's a fear right away, right? There are
And
different reasons.
technically, this is hearsay. Nobody other than Kevin was witness to this stuff. But I'd like to think that I'm a believable person.
Oh,
and that people would trust what I say.
Your record stands for itself, Steph, above and beyond Pam Hemphill. Believe me.
Including my very public, very grovelly apology to Porco. I put it all out there. I put it all out there.
I think we all do. And I think that's, where Pam hasn't done the things that you have, that Rich has, that Sassy has, on your roads to recovery from whatever extremist group you're getting out of a movement, So many people that I know. Yeah.
And Jake has been making more mention of it on QAA about
amazing,
because for a while there it was kind of like you had the sense that Jake might have once been pilled, and as the years went by, he's become more and more open about it, and that doesn't have anything to do with me. Obviously, I wouldn't say that. I don't want people,
No, but I think it's important when people do talk about that.
It's becoming more accepted. And we have to be on the lookout for the next grift, which is what Pam is at the head of this,
and Jack Hopkins,
which is the fake reformers.
Yes, and I think that's where we need to hold their feet to the fire and keep on them, right?
Because it's just like those stupid Tesla stickers that people are slapping on their cars now that say, I got this car before Elon was a dick. Guess what? He's been a dick for about 8 or 9 years.
What, you guys are just learning?
So
welcome.
So you've had your, so it's just a way to
performative,
to virtue. Yeah. To virtue signal away the guilt that you feel, but you don't really want to do anything about.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 100% agree. That's why we're friends, Steph.
Yeah.
God got me through it, and I got through it. And if I didn't get through it, I wouldn't be able to share to help others.
I love you. I love you too.
That's why I think it's our job that God wants us to heal.
God wants you to tell the truth, Pam, if you believe in Him.
And I need to let people know it's possible to heal.
Your mother is passed on, correct, Pam?
Yeah, thank God. In fact,
she wouldn't be saying this.
She's never going to tell me she loves me. He says, I could have told you that 20 years ago. She's not capable. These people are so far gone. They're not capable of any love. Forget it. It's nothing to do with you. It's them. They're very sick people. Very sick.
Yes, they're psychopaths.
It's still beyond me,
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
I mean, it's unfathomable. Absolutely unfathomable.
It is. Anybody could be
Mom's
that
in a wine bar.
And we know that what Pam is telling us is
maybe
true.
Pam
She's
threw her
devoted
in a wine vat.
10 years, a decade of her life to revealing this, and some of the memories come back. My sister Susie
Pam
just
hasn't. She
texted
just
me
came
and
on your
said,
show
"Tell
and then
her
pretended
I
it never
love her."
happened. Pam dedicated 1 hour.
She said she loves you back, Susie, and you both are making me cry right now.
Yeah, let's get this out there and help people, that God will get you through it. I remember I was going to drink at 11 years sober because I was dealing with some of this. And my sponsor said, if you drink, you're saying God can't get you through it. And she put me on a guilt trip. And I said, you're right. God can get me through this. Together we can do it, not alone. You don't do this by yourself, because you were alone as a child.
I think we're going to get to, or maybe we missed it, all of her acid.
Because that's the healing. That's the healing.
When did your mother die?
Let's see. I have a little memory. I still have chemotherapy.
Exactly, Amber. It's not helping anybody.
About 20 years ago. She was 67.
Exactly.
She died from lung cancer.
Did that give you a sigh of relief?
Not at the time, but that's when the memory started coming.
That's not the right question. How did that make you feel?
Yes,
is
because
the
you
question.
Knew to come after you and kill you and torture you and
yeah. God, I wish he could have got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
why don't you help the people who lost their loved ones if this would be true, Pam? Your next door neighbors were murdered.
We even got it detected. Cost my brother a lot of money. but he did everything he could to see if there was any.
I would be
articles
so happy to take
or
part
my mother
in
had
some
been
in
arrested,
solving a crime.
about my stepfather. We were
Let's
trying
start
to
a
get
true crime board about
anything
this,
we
Pammy.
could.
Fucking,
And
fucking,
nobody could find
let's do
anything.
this,
And those
Pam.
records were so old, 1957, you know. But my
And you
stepfather
think,
did go to
oh, they're
prison
long dead. What
for
does it
killing
matter?
my.
No, it
I
fucking
ended up in a psych
matters.
ward when I was
Cold
15. I
cases.
overdosed
Why do you think people spend
on
time on those?
20 tabs of orange.
They're long
Here we go.
dead.
I thought I could confuse them. But my step.
Wait,
there
we go. Oh, I got
for killing him.
That
I
song
ended
from
up
the
in a psych
90s
ward when I
about
was
the
15.
LSD.
I overdosed on 20 tabs of orange sunshine. That's LSD. I thought I could confuse them.
20 tabs.
And I'm in that mental hospital, and they, at the end of the 30 days, they said, "You're fine, but I'm telling you right now, we're going to
15, she did
recommend
20
you never
tabs
be
of orange
around your
sunshine.
mother."
Orange
And I said,
sunshine.
"My mother, there's nothing wrong with my mother."
No.
Right?
I guess they had interviewed her and knew something was wrong.
They
with
would have used
Yeah, they knew she
Thorazine
was
on her.
psycho, but they didn't know what she was doing, and the horrific recesses of her psychopathy and her dastardly murder are, you know, they're burned into your memory. And I just want to thank you, Pam, for your courage
Oh, thank
to
you.
come out, and your brother as well, family.
She's eating that
and
up.
his wife for you know, for everything that they did, coming forward and trying to express what happened to them. And what is your
I just
brother's?
got to say one time, I was in DC. We were on a field trip in college. We went there for like a criminal justice field trip.
Hello?
And I did half a tab of acid.
Hey,
and we were walking in a bad neighborhood in DC. And it was so strong that I thought this bad neighborhood was gorgeous and I wanted to move to it. I was like, wow, this is so fucking beautiful. And I found out the next day we were in a terrible neighborhood and they were trying to get me out of there. So the fact that she said she did 20 tabs is incredible to me. I did half, and it was the last time I ever did that shit. I thought I was losing my fucking mind. 20 tabs my ass.
Website where they can go and take a look at some of his paintings?
mhempill.com. mhempill.com.
I think he has a number on there or an email address.
Okay. So if you want to get in touch with him, go to that website, take a look at some of the depictions and the art, which are basically depictions of his horrific childhood. And Pam, we're going to have you on again. So
Yeah,
I just want to thank you very much
Oh, thank
coming
you.
on.
God bless you for wanting to help people. I appreciate you.
God bless you, Pam.
God bless you guys.
We
Okay.
love you. Thank you.
Take care.
Pam Hemphill. Wow. Just blown away. There are, she said it all. There are absolutely no words. But her brother's art depicts it all, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And people think that you can fix some of this with the medication. You can't.
No.
You cannot fix a psychopath with medication. They are psychopaths until they either kill you or they die.
We'll have her back on again. That is going to do it for this edition of the regular part of the Dark Outpost. Coming up next is the Inner Circle. We're scheduled to be joined by...
There we go, folks. So that's Pam and her serial killer mom. We'll wait and see if Steph has some final thoughts here when she comes back. Should take a phone call here real quick. I don't really have anything to play right now. I don't know what I can talk about. Not too much. Not too much. Just wait for Steph to come back here for a second. I wish I would have pulled some Pam videos. I can pull up her brother's website and show you some of his recent artwork, though. I have that in my history while I wait for Steph to come back. Where's that at? I just had it. Oh, there we go. Browse works. There we go. I will share the screen while we wait for Steph to come back in case anybody wants to take a little peek at his work. Share screen.
Okay. Because I just got my ticket.
There we go.
Next Saturday.
So now he does some crayon artwork.
And that's
not so bad. Looks like it got a little less dark.
Yeah,
And he has this one, this artwork now. He's still doing his, I guess, abused. My mom was a serial killer artwork.
Just fuck it up.
And he still has these faces.
Well, we can drive overnight. Like,
And then he has all these.
we can just leave at like midnight.
Yeah, so he got a little less dark. All things awesome first Twitch. Oh, thank you.
Well, I love you and I miss you.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
It was, I was hoping that I did it okay. First time.
Sorry, my boyfriend just called. He's on a business trip out in Seattle. So
Oh, you're fine. No. I was just, it ended. It wasn't really anything. So I pulled up Michael's current portfolio while I was waiting for you. And he seems like he got out of his dark phase. He still has some of it, but he does some abstract art now.
I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty, right?
Yeah.
He has some nice stuff. And then he still does some of this too.
Fuck yeah, I want the sideshow one. It reminds me of The Residents.
I know, right?
His artwork reminds me of The Residents.
It's so cool. And then he still has some of his faces on here. And then some of his other stuff too. There's that one that she was showing. It says overdose. It doesn't say anything about, which I think that leads me to believe that it was his because he was into drugs and alcohol. So it doesn't seem like it's anything about his hands being burned. Guilt. Yes, I read it. A fresh coat of paint. So his descriptions of the paintings are a lot less than what Pam. I don't know. There's Tell Someone. Smoke and Mirrors. Bulimia.
Oh, the toilet seat.
Heroin.
Yep.
Let's see. Maximum Security. Transfer. Night Check. And The Visit. Pam was in jail. So that's and his dad was in jail too.
He's probably been in a psychiatric facility.
Yeah.
Because they do night checks in prisons, but I know from firsthand experience that they also do them. Yeah.
Yeah, so it is interesting that, the way
can you see my giant Q?
Oh,
on the wall behind me?
Oh my gosh. That's great. Where'd you get that one?
From the Q store.
Oh.
There's a fashion store. It's like Wet Seal.
Oh, I remember you telling me that because everybody thinks it's like the actual Q. No, I was just thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you, Taylor. Thank you. And Steph, thank you so much for
I'm sorry for yapping.
No, I'm glad you were here. Like really. And I want to tell everybody the Media Wench is she's part of they are. I'm sorry, I don't know their pronouns. They're part of the Echoplex Media group, and I believe they might be Dave's co-host for all this stuff too. But they are doing a stream either right now, or everybody should go over there and raid if you want to see what they're up to as well, because amazing. So I just wanted to share that.
I just wanted to if I could do a plug.
Yes,
tomorrow, Adventures in Hell World, we're going to be recording our first part of the Pizzagate series that we are doing. So that I'm not sure when. It's always fun to work with Mike, and now I get to work with Eric, the Deep State operative, and Haley too, who I got to meet in person twice. So
I know. I remember seeing the pictures. I'm very excited.
Like so many Twitter people that I've met in person, and it's just great. I love it. And my boyfriend, my boyfriend told me we might go to Bisbee for a week.
Oh,
and we might start it off by Stanhope is performing like on this area that's right between Arizona and California, so we might go see him perform live. And then we'll go hang out with him for a week.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Exciting times. You have so much going on. I'm excited for you.
But every time I'm at his house and I'm using the Joe Rogan mug, I'm like, God damn it. Why do you have this? No, Doug, no.
I know. Bad.
And actually, if you want to watch something pretty interesting, I haven't watched the whole interview. Look up Doug Stanhope on InfoWars.
Oh, I will have to.
It's great because Doug is like, "Why do you have me on this show?" He says one of the things he says. I'm an atheist. Why am I on here, Alex? It's pretty good.
I'll have to watch it.
So, but yeah, keep your eyes out for the Pizzagate series on Hell World. So,
all right,
thank
everybody,
you.
check that out. Thank you, Steph. Thank you, everybody.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go play Sims the rest of the night. So
I'm gonna go
see you
raid the
guys.
other thing for a little bit and check out what else is going on.
Alrighty.
But thank you, everybody. Thanks, Steph. Love
Bye.
you.
Thank you. Bye. Love you. Bye.
I don't need new tires, but stay tuned for the next episode.
We're going to have to be smart. We're going to have to be strategic. We're going to have to be aggressive.
I'm an alpha guy.
I'll flip a table every time you aren't getting by.
Let's go. Just push.
It's all psychological warfare.
I'm not part of QAnon.
We know what they are doing.
For Trump.
If shit goes wrong, like, I will literally have to leave the country. Stop that.
I'll land my initial plane.
Okay,
high five. This isn't the hi-fi show.
All right.
Good night. Nighty night.